Hello, hello, my viewers or viewer, depending. Today's gonna be a little bit different. We're aboard our spacecraft here, in the middle of outer space, just getting things ready here. Been a crazy, little bit of a crazy last few days with EVGA and their big plans. Tomorrow we've got the big announcement from Nvidia, and I don't know. I've been going through a lot of what's been happening, and there's a few interesting takes. Let's just put it that way. The issues with that Nvidia and EVGA have been having doesn't really seem like it's anything unique, but seen a few people, a lot of very heartfelt type oh man, there's jellyfish here. Sorry. There's been a lot of heartfelt messages going out to a lot of EVGA staff, and you know what? For the most part, I think those are quite well deserved. But the interesting thing is that there's been a pretty good take with I think it was from Igor's lab about EVGA's CEO, and just how he's been handling things with all this, and timing. Some people have been talking a bit about timing and how it's been, I don't know, like just it's been kind of a power move. Well, maybe not power move, maybe more like an emotional kind of I want your pity type move. And I would say, yeah, for the most part, there's probably a good chance that he's doing it to elicit some pity. But I'll tell you something that I've learned. Is 9 times out of 10, if somebody says that a CEO is doing something scummy, there is a CEO doing something scummy. Just rest assured. So I would say don't necessarily paint Nvidia as like the bad guy overall. Like, yeah, they have done. They're not like the best, but I think I got some pretty good insight this week from that Igor's lab vertical, where they just really talked about what is the real reason why. Because if my take on it is that if Nvidia was really like the bad guy here, right, and not EVGA's approach to the GPU market as a whole, you would have EVGA going straight over to AMD or straight over to Intel for GPUs, but they're not. They're going right out of the GPU market altogether, and why? And that's not something that's really answered with Nvidia's being a bad supplier and they're being abusive and there's not a lot of respect and this and that. I'm not saying Nvidia isn't any of those, because again, whenever somebody says something bad about a CEO, 9 times out of 10 it's true. So just keep that in mind, right? So Yeah, sure, Jensen's probably a dink when it comes to how he treats AIVs. And, you know, Nvidia is always going to be pulling the power move in those instances, but you gotta... Is this... I know, right? Is this AMD? No, there's a little bit of Intel, right? You can see the... You can see there's some Intel crystals here. My inventory is full. Why? Because I am a hoarder. But, you know... Yeah, I'll put that in there. But... Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll go check out this emergency broadcast. You know what? No Man's Sky, it's pretty chill, I would say. It's been a while since I've played it, so I'm just like kind of getting back into it. Some things have changed, and it's not bad. But I need to... Oh, I gotta unjam my... Second. Unjam my tracker. I gotta... So I gotta unjam my tracker thing here. But it's a decent game. I don't know how to unjam my tracker. Answer the communicator to unjam. Okay. How do I answer my communicator? EVGA news? You want that EVGA news? Alright. One second. There we go. So, the EVGA news is this. Alright. EVGA is obviously leaving the, yeah, the game has improved a lot. EVGA has left the GPU market, ASMR, and you know that. But I'm just talking about reasons why. And I think I know what the real reason is now. Is that the fact of the matter is EVGA could not... Yeah, right. EVGA cards are about to skyrocket in price. No, I'm not that J. Wrong J. Oh, here's our derelict ship. I like this addition to the game. They've added these things to the game, and it's got like a real sort of alien vibe to it. So it is pretty cool. But anyways, the real reason why EVGA has left the GPU market is because their warranty practices are unsustainable. And the best way for them to get away from the sort of the Pandora's box of good service that they have opened is to essentially get out, hit the restart button, and start again. And so this is what they're doing right now. They're just... Oh yeah. Coconuts has them. He's tested them with many, many iterations of various algorithms to ensure that they're working. A severe incident. External access doors have been automatically sealed. Override seals? Hmm. First, I'm gonna collect emergency supplies. Ah, my inventory's full. Seal irreversibly compromised. Heck yeah. I think they will come back to making GPUs with revised policies. And I would say expect them to become like Gigabyte slash Zotac as far as warranties are concerned. No, I think they will come back with Nvidia. Although there might be some bad blood there, so they might come back with somebody else first. But they will be coming back, I'm pretty sure. I don't see them surviving as a company. Like, as a friend of mine was saying, he was saying, I refuse to call them EVGA now. They're just E. Because there's no VGA. And I think that just shows you how intrinsic graphics cards are to their business. Right? So you're not going to see, I don't think you're going to see EVGA without graphics cards for long. All right? It's just not going to happen, I don't think. There's a doorway. And another doorway. And our scanner. But yeah, I think they will come back. They will come back into the GPU market, but again, they're going to come back with revised warranty policies, and I don't think you guys or anyone really is going to like it, because it's going to be a lot less than what it is now. So just be aware that I'm pretty sure they will be coming into that, but not with not from a perspective of you know, providing what they had before. No way. And I think that's what this is all about, is that they're leaving it because it is not sustainable with the way that they're operating. It's their greatest strength and also their biggest weakness. So I think that right there is why you're gonna see the just basically the customer service that they have right now is gonna be no more. I guarantee you. If they ever come back to GPUs, it will never be like it is now. It just won't. So no, I don't think it's actually warranty issues. It's just that they are just so eager and willing to fulfill warranties. Like, you know, they're like the Costco of GPU manufacturers, where there's like anything wrong, it's like, okay, yeah, we'll accept it back. And they're very willing to do that, very willing to fulfill and you know, honor their warranties. But I think you can expect them to be very resistive to that moving forwards. It would be. Pretty sure the and again, he also mentioned too the New World stuff. I think the New World stuff probably was an issue for them, because the New World issues were affecting primarily 3090s. And I think what he was saying too in his Igor Labs, what he was saying in his article too, is that some of the aftermarket models of EVGA were not even like susceptible to like warranty back from Nvidia. So basically every one of those 3090s was out of pocket for EVGA. And so the margins are very thin, yeah. Yeah, their profit is pretty low. Yeah, other companies offer the same warranty duration and terms. But I think, too, EVGA is a lot more willing to fulfill at the end of the day. And they do pursue a lot more custom models. Also, EVGA's margins are thinner than other manufacturers. He was saying, too, because, like, EVGA doesn't own their own manufacturing. I think Gigabyte, Asus, and MSI all have their own manufacturing facilities. So they get extra margin versus EVGA on those items. So they have easier, like their margins are more forgiving. Let's just put it that way. No, I think you are gonna have your warranty is gonna be good. I've heard people talking about, oh, they're not gonna fulfill warranty. I think they have to, by law, fulfill warranty. And if they don't, then EVGA's really going down the pooper, because if they start not fulfilling warranty, then you can bet your butt that they're gonna be getting class action against them, and it'll be the end of them for sure. So you are gonna get your warranty. They already said in their release, or in their interview, that they were going to be fulfilling warranty. So I don't think you're gonna have issues with your warranty. Yeah, I know. No RMA 3080 to 4080. I know. I was kind of hoping for that too. Where it'd be like, oh, nice. I can, you know. I can get that stuff to my, you know. But yeah, so you can't up your items really. So yeah, and that's the thing, is that yeah, EVGA is going to be keeping stock to fulfill RMAs. Yeah, they would definitely pay you. Yeah, no, and I think they are gonna maintain their stuff at the moment. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that. But you're gonna have definitely some pains from moving out of the market. So yeah. No, they are working on something. Probably. There's no way, but really what I think they're working on right now, Annie, is they're working on their new warranty policies, maybe supply chain items, because at the end of the day, if they can't get those margins, so maybe they are going to be looking at you know, upping their supply chain you know, items to you know, getting those sort of items all sorted out so they can make more margin. So they might be working on that right now. So sort of building the idea of having those items, but it's gonna be a it's gonna be a an interesting one. Let's just put it that way. So see. But I think that's the main thing right now, is that they are going to be looking at probably building up their supply chain and getting all right. But yeah, building up their supply chain so they can get better margins. Aftermarket coolers, I don't know. Again, I don't think they will, because I don't think there's really much of a point in that either for them, because they're not going to be making money on that either. Well, not a lot, at least, because they're not, again, they don't have the facilities, right, to be building it. If they had the facilities to build it, yeah, I would definitely agree with you that they'd be probably making aftermarket coolers kind of like, you know, Arctic style or whatever. But sorry guys, I'm going back to Horde. Tainted metal. Tainted metal. But yeah, I think is the real reason why they're hopping out of the market itself, is just because if it really was a bad relationship with Nvidia, they would be going into bed with AMD or Intel right away. Because again, EVGA, right? There's no way they would be stepping away from graphics cards unless there was something intrinsically wrong with how they were doing graphics cards. So, oof, extreme cold damage. It's making me chilly. There we go. But yeah. So my thoughts right now is they are going to probably rework their warranty policy if they can't get some sort of production setup in-house or contracted at a more reliable price point. I think too with them right now, again, think of it like this. You've got your 4000 series coming too, and who knows, maybe 4000 series, if it is as powerful, powerful, depending on whether you're Nvidia or AMD. If you're AMD, it's power hungry. If you're Nvidia, it's powerful. But I love this part of it. Just spin the chair for no reason. But yeah, if you're got these powerful cards coming out that are super power hungry, you're going to have more expensive coolers than previous generations. You're gonna have more expensive why is this thing not hitting him? There we go. You're gonna have more expensive coolers than before. You're gonna have more expensive shipping costs because they're heavier, they're bigger. You're gonna have less parts per container, which means shipping overseas is also going to be expensive, more expensive than 3000 series. So overall, I think the crux of it is that they've realized that there's an intrinsic issue with their GPU model. Oh yeah, all that copper, man, it ain't cheap either. 8, buddy, you see the Lenovo one? It has 13 heat pipes. 13. 6 is for babies, man. 6 is like for the no power connector one. Yeah. And that's Lenovo. They're not well known for their coolers. Who knows? Maybe EVGA sold them their tooling. You never know, eh? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I would say, you know what I'm gonna do? Just go. Discard that. But yeah. Yeah. No, well, I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, That's where Lenovo got their cooler from. So, oh come on, seriously? My inventory is full again. Yeah, that's. Here. But yeah, so these. These you know, other aftermarket cards are gonna probably be, you know, scooping up where EVGA left stuff, so. But I don't think it's gonna be hurting Nvidia at all. It's not gonna be changing Nvidia at all, that's for sure. Nvidia is still gonna be calling the shots. There's no way. And I think just at this point, rather than admitting they had an unsustainable unsustainable GPU market model, EVGA is just sort of placing some of the blame, or at least trying to deflect some of the blame onto other you know, parties, i.e. Nvidia. So I don't think. So I think just, yeah, they had an unsustainable model, and you know, the things they said about Nvidia being douchey are correct probably, but also I think the assertion of Igor from Igor's Labs is also correct, that, you know, Nvidia or EVGA CEO just wasn't really steering the company right. Because yeah, I don't see them surviving for very long without GPUs in their stack. So we will see. I think recovered neurotoxic spores with automated probe. Performed gravity analysis. Observation. Do not repeat experiment. That's a good news right there. Compared to the past 20 years or so, I think Nvidia probably went a little bit more strict on what they would cover warranty-wise. So that made it less sustainable in the sense that they were covering more of the costs than before. So I think that was one aspect of it. Volume, I think too, also because of mining. Because again, like, you wouldn't expect you wouldn't be expecting, you know, EVGA to say, you know, you're not allowed to mine, and because you mined, we're not honoring your warranty. That's not something really you would expect from EVGA, right? But you would expect that from, say, somebody like, you know, Zotac or whatever, right? So, no, and I think volume is partially, I would say, but I think mining-wise also probably had something to do with it. And I think the greater issue is that this next cycle, I guess, of the GPU market is by all rights probably going to be a terrible one. Like, just terrible. You're not going to have as much, definitely not as much sales as before, right? But that's expected because sales were ridiculously inflated from mining, right? But you're on the eve of a recession, which, you know, you're probably not going to see a lot of people upgrading to new 4000 series cards, right? You'll probably see a lot more you know, used cards being bought, and I think a lot of these you know, don't buy used mining cards stuff are paid by either Nvidia or AIBs. Yeah, it is kind of funny how they it seemed like they ignored it, but again, they might have been also, you know, sort of playing the same game, right, as a lot of the would-be miners, right, who are like just kept buying and buying and buying. They're like, oh, the merge is never gonna happen. You know, it's all FUD, and you know, this, and so I think there might have been some of that aspect in it. Plus, I think a lot of panic buying ensued, and I think there might have also been some people who were like, you know, maybe agreeing to not very sustainable supply contracts with Nvidia as well. So, you know, you're paying an inflated price for maybe preferential stock. But it's kind of funny because this might explain, right, why you heard about Nvidia looking to reduce its orders to TSMC. Oh my gosh, there's a guy that was buying 3070s for his miner. Oh my gosh, I don't know, like, yeah, if you want to keep mining, good, but I have no idea why you're expanding your mining stuff right now. That just, I don't know. I guess they're like, oh, the next cycle, man, I'm mining to, you know, get in early. It's like, all right, buddy. It is weird that they didn't mention mining. I think a lot of them just wanted to pretend that it didn't exist when it came to investors, right? They want to say, oh, look at how much we're up, and it's not extenuating circumstances. Yeah, Captain is dead. But, oh, I can't log in as anybody. I need their security credentials. They were acting like, yeah, it's all good. But, go. This guy here, huh? Just scooting in there. But, oh yeah. No, and I think a lot of the investors were sort of like, again, I think a lot of them too were like throwing on the, oh, you know, working from home is now a really big thing, and you know, this is going to be the next, you know, frontier of you know, computing and blah blah blah. No, and again, like EVGA, I think read the room with these new cards. They knew that they were going to get thin margins. They already took a bath on current cards, and they're probably going to take a bath warranty wise, you know, just with like people trying to return them with like fans that have been running 24/7, or you know, they've already probably taken a bit of a bath with the new Amazon New World RMAs, right? So yeah, and it's kind of weird that they didn't read the room with the economy. But again, if you're selling product in an economy where you want people to be buying, right? then you don't tell them, right, that you don't tell them, you know, that the economy's dying. You want them to think, oh, the economy's going crazy, and you know, this and that, and you know, buy, the economy's fine, don't worry, you know. So yeah, the market has evaporated, nobody's buying like crazy anymore, and you're gonna have this, you're gonna have, you know, this overcapacity of cards in the market. And no, and that's the thing is, right, it's a corporate thing, and again, they don't want to tell you that, you know, the market's bad or they're headed towards a bad market, right? They want you to think, oh, you know, it's this is just the way it is, and we're happy to, you know, this item is gonna be, you know, in forever. And so they don't want you to think about that, right? So you're gonna be seeing that. So I would expect, yeah, this next circuit is going to be bad, just for sales. And again, there's, you know, you could speculate that the GPUs were not going to be as good, or not good enough to warrant, you know, people buying at full price. You know, the price performance might be something that EVGA was like, ugh, no, because again, EVGA is going to probably ride this train of people in the short term wanting to upgrade to ATX 3.0 power supplies, which, where's theirs? It's not even there yet, which is kind of weird. So they pretty much should be releasing a ATX 3.0 power supply sometime, at least tomorrow, I would think, because you know, that's why most people are going to be upgrading their power supplies. No, exactly. Why are they not available already? And that was the weird thing to me. I think they're also trying to get rid of a lot of their 1600 watt power supplies that they had on order during the mining boom, right? You see, like, their 1600 watt T2s are, you know, frequently going on sale for like $299. Well, no, it has nothing to do with them revealing it. ATX 3.0 has been out in the wild. That spec has been out there, and you know, I'm pretty sure Nvidia made it very clear to their suppliers with the 3090 Ti. MSI, I think there's also, I think, well, Gigabyte has one. Ugh. But there's Gigabyte has one. I think Cooler Master has one as well. And Asus has one as well. So there's a few out there, right? And I think does thinking like Seasonic must have one. But regardless, I think that's where they're going to be. No, there's definitely going to be a lot of 4-slot GPUs. And again, right, if you don't have your own manufacturing site, right, for these GPUs and these massive coolers, right, those big 4-slot coolers are probably costing them more than anything they've ever had, you know, made anywhere before. So rest assured, they're, you know, oh, of course I didn't get rid of these things. You know what? Sorry, condensed carbon, you're gone. Yeah, and a lot of them aren't even proper spec. No, and it's true, and it'll be very interesting to see what is going to happen with AMD as well, like in regards to these new GPUs. Because if AMD goes with ATX 3.0 connectors as well, then you're going to see probably a large movement, right, of stuff. But saw that data. So, goodness gracious, can't even go over top of that. I'm getting cold. Oof. So, I think if AMD goes with it, then you're going to see a big shift, right? Because then it's like, all right, everybody's doing it. We gotta move with the times. But you know, we'll see. Come AMD's release, because we know that Nvidia's already kind of committed to it, right? So we'll see if that has any effect, and then also too. No, it's true. It probably won't need it. I agree, but as far as what's being you know, done though, those connectors are nice and compact, right? So it could allow you for better, more compact board designs at the end of the day. So you might end up doing it just for that, right? So you got to see with that as well, right? So yeah, you know what? It might be. It might be. Because again, AMD is not so much about pushing exclusivity typically, right? They're more about, you know, we want something that works with everybody at all times, right? So you might see that, you know, showing in the connectors that they choose. Because I know for sure, like if I'm looking at a new connector, and if there's issues with, say, the if there's issues with you know, running a new GPU with my AX 1600i, I'm gonna be pissed off because I just bought that, right? No, exactly. It creates a barrier for potential customers. No, exactly. And nobody wants to upgrade their PSU with their GPU, especially if they already have a high level, you know, 1200 plus watt GPU or PSU. Nobody's gonna want that. So I don't know. I don't see AMD doing it this gen, if at all. You know, they might stick with it and be like, hey, listen, we're just gonna work on doing more efficient designs, so you all don't have to buy new power supplies. But you got to admit that little power connector is gonna save you a lot of space versus, say, your typical let's see here, engineering controls. But yeah, it's gonna save you a lot of, yeah, man, AX 1600 gang, yeah, gallium nitride gang, man. But no, it's gonna save you a lot. Oh man, fabricate technology upgrade. Oh, freighter bulkhead. Oof. Okay, I'll tell you. My inventory is full of stuff. Throwing out my oxygen. Yeah, that sense pin that unlocks the higher wattage, I don't like that at all. And if that's not going to be... So that sort of, yeah, I'm not down with that sort of thing. So no, and that's right. You got an HX 1200i, or you know, you're not gonna want to be. No, exactly. But the thing is, yeah, just like even loading, right? That's the key. Because if they can load evenly, that's the more important thing. So, oh, that one even spins while it's on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go here to the laboratory. My inventory's full. What should I get rid of? Salt. You're gone. So, yeah, I don't. When we have 4090, when will when will Best Buy? No, never. It's there we go. Crew manifest. This music is a little bit weird. I just started this cool music. Captain's log recovered. I still have to cover that captain's log. Oh, is this it here? Oh. Ooh, 87 glistening eggs were missing. Ah, in this game, those glistening eggs are very much like the eggs from Alien. So, let's see. I'm gonna just... What should I get rid of here? I'm gonna get rid of this ammo. And I'll take what's there. There you go. Yes, security credentials. That's what I needed. Now I need to go make my way back to that thing. No, I don't think there's going to be a lot of scalping for the 4000 series. Like, again, I have been proven wrong by idiots in the past, so you never know. Right? So... But what else do I need here? Hot ice. Attic. I feel like I need to like get rid of some things. Oh no, some idiot will be out there scalping though. No, and then there's some people again, right, that don't read the room and they like think I'm gonna go scalp this new GPU because, you know, it worked last year. And yet they don't know. Oh yeah, like that iPhone that people were trying to scalp. You know what? Time to get rid of some things here. I need to update my suit to have more more space in it. That's really what I need. I'm getting rid of that sodium. Projectile ammunition. What a waste. What a waste that was. Inventory full. I'll just have to get rid of that extra projectile ammunition. Ooh. Effigy of sorts. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of scalping, to be honest. I don't think there's going to be too much, really. But I think, though, with the EVGA thing, again, I think they read the room and they realized this is not going to be a good cycle for them with their current business model, and that they need to really up their game business model wise. So you know, if they want to be making any sort of money in the future. So I feel like you're gonna have that shift. Oh, come on. What else do I gotta get rid of here? I don't want to get rid of any of these things. Yeah, I know you're showing them some of those. I bought the Pro, but I'm selling it. All right. I have to like stop myself from. Oof. Where am I going? Here. I just have to recover this captain's log and then call it a day. At least in this derelict. I like the atmosphere in this. Very aliens-esque. Alright, what is this saying, Captain? Traveler craft dock from time to time. Sentinel return, blah blah blah. Raiders approaching. They're under attack. And there we go. Alright. There we go. Head back to our ship. And we take off. Yeah, Nvidia's definitely going to be... They're going to be talking about the... They're going to be talking about the new ones. I think, again, the release date for the new 4000 series is going to be October 11th, which is the second Tuesday in October, which also happens to be Ada Lovelace Day. So... that is my assumption there. Wait a second, what's going on? That's the derelict freighter. Where's my space here? Oh, there we go. There it is. Woohoo! Yeah. Well, we know that Jensen's little dude is going to be out there on stage. As disturbing as that sounds. His little avatar thing. Is that the space station, or is this the space station? Oh, that's the space station. Alright. So his little avatar is going to be on stage talking about, you know, AI and the Omniverse and all that jazz. And he's going to probably pull it out on stage the old 4090. Because he won't be in his kitchen anymore. So. Yeah, he's giving it on your birthday, ASMR. Yeah, they're gonna be announcing the 40 series. Use me old jetpacks here. Give this guy the log. Up my standing with these folks. Some outstanding folks. Over here is where I want to go. Ooh. Cool techno music. This game does have a pretty good soundtrack to it. Okay, I don't want that. What can I get? Upgrade module. Pulse engine, launch thruster. Some vehicles. Oh, my pack. Field, radiation protection module, thermal protection, toxin protection. I don't want any of those things. I want. Well, maybe I'll sell you. What does this machine learning module do? It's also something they'll be talking about probably at this thing. Ah, this goes to my ship. Okay. I can purchase improvements. Ooh, I can upgrade my starship. There will be pricing, but again, I expect the pricing to be high. Yay, I got an extra thing. $65 million units. Bam. That ship looks kind of like a TIE fighter. Hey, how's it going? Fascinating. Probable. Or to trade. How would you like to have some, I don't know. I don't really have anything I want to sell you. What do you have on your ship? What is your ship? Class C. Decline. I ain't no scrub. Alright. Gotten rid of that. Ooh, that thing looks kind of like an X-Wing. What's up, buddy? Cool. Cool, cool helmet. Got anything neat? No? Okay. A class. Ooh. Doesn't really have a lot of space now, does it? Mine has lots of space. And I've filled it up. But yes, 4090s will be probably announced, I would imagine. If there is like that 2-tier 3080 that people have been talking about, I think that's going to be a really big mistake. Where's my ship? Is that mine? Oh, there's my capital ship. There's the there's the land. Ah, there's the landing area. I'd get lost on these things. They're so big. There we go. But yeah, I think we will see. We'll probably see new GPUs tomorrow, but I think overall EVGA leaving Nvidia isn't really going to hurt Nvidia that much. They're going to still sell everything. Although I do think they look to reduce their production numbers as a result of the cancellations from EVGA. So. At least that's my thought. Ah, shoot. How do I get to that? There's a special cargo hold in here where I have things. There we go. It's probably here. But yeah. What? Papa is generous. How does that lead me to that? Oh, here. Here's maybe... Ah, yeah, this is maybe the room I'm looking for. Yeah, the room I'm looking for is down over here. Yeah. Put in this living slime. No, I would say it's definitely not marketing genius to make those two 4080 models. Like, especially if there's a significant difference between the two. Like, if they're... It really kind of cheapens the idea of what a 3080 is. Right? If one is significantly lower end than the other. Right? And that 12 gigs, I don't know, to be honest, 12 gigs is going to be a low-end card this gen, in my opinion. Like, it already, what, like 6700 XT was 12 gigs. And, you know, that was like, you know, mid-tier, lower mid-tier maybe. But you know, that's like the, I don't know, the name of the game, right? But I don't see this I don't see this being a good move moving forward, to be honest, those two 4080 models. If it is true. So, let's see, can I get one? There we go. So yeah, I don't know. If you have those two different models, I don't think it's going to be that good of an idea, especially when one model is like I don't know, when one model feels like a 3070 Ti. Like, I don't get that. Why would you do that? And as if it wasn't confusing enough, right? It is confusing, definitely. I don't know. Gamifying the whole thing. It really doesn't. It just makes it more annoying for everybody who has to sell them, because there will always be the question: is this the lower tier 30, or 4080, or is this the higher tier 4080? And there will never be a good answer for that, I think, from these people. So I feel like you're gonna get 18. Nice. So you are gonna get that sort of. No, I don't think it's. I think it's just gonna be confusifying, the whole thing. Again, to be honest. So I feel like I think those are just two options out there. I don't know if you remember hearing about I don't know if you remember hearing about, say, things like the other stuff with the what was I gonna say? Well, hearing about there was like a 12 gigabyte version of the 3080 right off the bat, and yet they didn't actually launch that. They ended up launching the 10 gigabyte one, and then later on launching the 12 gigabyte. Yeah, there's a 3 and 6 gig cards for the 1060. There was, I find, again, I don't think it's a good move overall, but I do hear what you're saying. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it working. Higher end, it gets I think a bit more troublesome, to be honest. So I don't know. The real deal, I think, coming out of all this is going to be the a verdant planet. I think there was another planet in the system that was kind of Earth-like. There's that guy. There's the anomaly. Pulse away from this. There we go. There's that planet. And like a green system here. Oof. It's a rattling planet. Ships coming in. Ooh. I'm gonna go to that unknown planet. So. Yeah. They're saying there's a CUDA core difference, and I don't know. If there's a significant difference within the tier, it's like, come on, Nvidia. You've done TIs, you've done Supers, you've done all this to differentiate. And I don't know, I really didn't like the 12 gigabyte 3080. That to me just felt like such a bad idea. So, and again, like maybe later on they'll come out with it, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening right away. But again, I might be wrong. But I don't know. We will see tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be streaming it live because I have to be at work, working. So I will stream it tomorrow night afterwards, and we'll see that. No spoilers, please. Yeah, the 12 gigabyte 3080 should have been the only 3080. I agree, 100%. And I don't feel like it's, you know, this is a very gassy. Ooh, contraband probe in progress. Ooh, they're scanning me for contraband. I'm clear to proceed. Oh, man. Whoa, this is a very rocky, cloudy planet. What is going on here? Look at this planet. Pretty wild. Is my ship on fire? Yeah, I was gonna say that. Planet is hot. 92 Celsius. It's boiling. No, I'm probably not gonna be able to avoid spoilers. I'm just gonna have to do my best. I'm gonna have to do my best not to be. Let's see here. Let me just try sort of parking this thing over here, maybe. And it's like a. It doesn't really seem to be many places in this planet to land. But I think the main thing I think with the EVGA is they're gonna remove themselves though from the GPU market until they figure out their supply chain and how they can build GPUs efficiently. Because I think all of their suppliers jacked up their prices as well, right? And because again they're not manufacturing. Because basically every time you get someone to make something for you, it costs you more money than making it for yourself. So, I don't know, maybe long term they'll invest in getting some proper equipment. Not proper equipment, but proper facilities. So, attack to be first. I know, I'm going to have to turn everything off until the stream. I'll actually have to focus on work at work. So... My goodness. 306 Celsius. Where's my ship? My goodness, this is a wildly hot planet. I don't know, AMD go fab again? Maybe not. Need to get up out of this atmosphere. It is hot in there. Need to head to the dark side of this planet. Some ships just popped in. Alright, we're on the dark side here. Just land ourselves here and see if it's a little bit cooler outside. Ooh, external temperature. Only 98 Celsius, not 100 like before. What's this guy here? What a wild looking planet here. AMD should go fab again, maybe. But again, fabs, that presents its own issue, right? Green mineral formation, eh? Let's see. There we go. This will help my thermal protection regenerate. I think. Let's see here. Of course, I got rid of all my sodium. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Where's my ship? To my ship. Get to my ship. Ouch. Let me in. Ooh. Oof, that was hot. Yeah, Intel has their own fabs. And, yeah. Oh, come on, seriously? Now I guess I'll have to make some Starship fuel. Metal plating. Alright, make some metal plating. Of course, I don't have ferrite dust. Reader has no ferrite dust. Exosuit. I do have some. Are you for real? I gotta go out there and get some ferrite dust. Right. Alright, getting that ferrite dust. Make me some things here. But yeah. No, I think at the end of the day, they're going to make their they're gonna make their call on their supply chain, etc. And it's my freighter, okay. But yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna call it a night soon. At least in this game, I'm gonna call it a night. But yeah, I think overall within EVGA, their call is that they're going to probably be. They're probably going to just straight up look at whether or not they can either develop their own fabs, or they might start making, just cheaper cards in general. Um, they've got to increase their margins somewhere somehow, and some of that's going to be maybe, mass producing smaller chips that are less, not just chips, but like mass producing GPUs that use smaller chips, that require smaller coolers, that sort of thing. I don't see them making much money with motherboards or even PSUs at some point. Maybe this upcoming cycle, they'll have some good PSU sales once they have an ATX 3.01. But yeah, it's not looking good for EVGA, but I think they're going to try and grab some extra margins in their product plan for GPUs before they even hop into GPUs at any rate. So I think that's the main reason that there's something intrinsically wrong with how they're doing GPUs, which is why they're not going with AMD, not going with Intel. It's not just because Nvidia is being a dink, and really, reality of it is all GPU manufacturers are being dinks to their AIBs all the time. Like, that's just sort of how it is. And so if you think that AMD is not doing that to their partners, maybe not to the same degree, but they are being dinks with, supplying them. They're not, doing everything that those AIB partners want. So you're probably going to see, I can't imagine EVGA existing in 5 years unless they come back to GPUs. I think they're probably going to skip this next cycle at least, and maybe use that to start building up some infrastructure to support GPU sales, to support better margins with those GPU sales, or maybe build up some partners. Maybe they had a falling out with a PCB manufacturer, or maybe they had a falling out with a cooler manufacturer. And that's what sort of led to this. And, it's kind of a domino effect. And the overlying bad guy is very easily Nvidia, because they are kind of a bad guy anyways. That structure is probably not so good too, right? So, again, they might be looking into as well, trimming down product lines and just sort of focusing on certain items. So we'll see in that regard. Would be cool if they, sold them off to maybe some tech billionaire or something that wanted to, make something of it. Who knows? Maybe Nvidia will poach a few of the brains from EVGA, and there'll be like special high-end overclocking founders editions when they find out that Jensen's signature doesn't sell cards as well as they hoped. So we'll see with that. Overall, though, I think they will come back. And at some point, if they do restructure the way that they're going to be running GPUs and that, they might come back with another manufacturer, maybe Intel or AMD. Is it privately held? I don't know. Let me see. What's the deal here with EVGA? EVGA corporate It's the EVGA Corporation. There we go. According to Wikipedia, EVGA Corporation is an American computer hardware company that produces motherboards, gaming laptops, power supplies, all-in-one liquid coolers, computer cases, and gaming mice. Oh man, they must have edited out graphics cards already. It also produced Nvidia GPU based video cards until 2022. Well, now you know it's official. Let's see. No, they are private. They're not corporately held. It's privately held. EVGA GmbH, EVGA Technology Incorporated. Products. Exit from the GPU business. EVGA announced that it would be exiting the GPU business and terminating their partnership with Nvidia. At the time of the announcement, GPU sales accounted for 80% of EVGA's gross revenue. EVGA's CEO, Andrew Han. So Andrew Han actually is one of the founders of EVGA. So he's been around the block. Did not express the company having interest in becoming an add-in board partner for other GPU vendors such as AMD or Intel, nor did he have plans to sell the company or retire. Han also stated that job losses caused by leaving the GPU business will be minimal. EVGA says that it will still continue to sell through its RTX series stock through the end of 2022 and also keep additional stock on hand to honor its warranty commitments through RMA requests. Han said the move happened because he wanted to spend more time with his family and felt that Nvidia as a company conducts its business the way that Nvidia as a company conducts its business is not worth it when graphics cards have a small profit margin compared. That is kind of weird that he's doing this because he wants to spend more time with his family. If you want to spend more time with your family, Mr. I own a multi-million dollar company. Why don't you look at maybe selling that company to somebody who wants to take it places, or going public with it and, doing something like that. But yeah, graphics cards have a small profit margin compared to some other products that EVG makes, including power supplies. Yes, but people don't replace their power supply once every 2 to 3 years or yearly. So yeah, Nvidia as a company, see, now this is the thing, is that this actually should probably say that not Nvidia as a company, the way that Nvidia as a company conducts its business is not worth it. It should be more the way that EVGA conducts its GPU business as a company means it's not worth it financially with such a small profit margin to continue on. Yeah, Nvidia sells its own GPUs for the same or lower cost than competing add-in board partners, undercutting companies like EVGA and making it hard to compete in the market. I don't think they will be getting into that ASMR. And how did you get past the screens on a the sensors on the chat in YouTube? How did you get past that? But yeah. The pastel's amazing. Dayclo. Nice. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, EVGA is a privately held company, and really, I think at the end of the day, they're going to need to. They're going to probably need to change the way that they operate their business. To be honest, if they want to continue or re-enter the GPU market, but I think they're going to probably be reducing. They're going to probably have stricter language in their warranties. They'll probably have reduced amounts of higher end cards, which are typically the lower grossing ones at the end of the day. Uh, and yeah, I don't see them really doing too much beyond that. But I do think that's probably why Nvidia looked to reduce its orders, because one of its biggest purchasers uh, decided to opt out. Am I buying Papa's 40 series at launch? That is a hard no. Yeah, line up at Best Buy today. Whenever I see BB, I think BlackBerry for some reason. But but yeah, no, I think this next cycle is going to be a very hard sell for any manufacturer, whether it's AMD, Nvidia, well, definitely Intel, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a very tough market. It's going to be a saturated market with these mining GPUs, but also too, you're going to have a lot of people in this market who don't have as much disposable income as before, right? Because when we were all trapped in our homes during COVID, our escape was video games. Now, a lot of the people, their escape is back at vacations. So they're spending money on vacations instead of graphics cards. So that means less money being spent on GPUs. You also have less, say, less, no mining, which is another big, huge thing, right? So a lot less mining, meaning you're not getting people buying GPUs that they can't afford and mining them to make back the money to bring it back into an affordable region for them. So, people selling them. Yep, lots and lots of mining cards are going to be on the market. But again, because mining is not a thing anymore, you're not getting people who are going to buy 90 series or 80 series. Yeah, exactly. Well, the RTX at the beach is a lot better than the RTX in any game. Let's just be real. All right. The grass physics in real grass is better than that too. No, I do not want uh a big black card. No, thank you. No, I don't think the price will be sustainable. And even if they do restrict the availability, you're not going to have as wide a variety of people who are looking to buy it. There are literally going to be mining cards laying out on the streets for people to pick up, best offer, $50 or whatever. There's no way that you're going to get an average Joe coming in and it's like, here, this high end GPU here for $1,500 US can be yours. But you also have to buy a new power supply to run it properly. No, they definitely did it to themselves. And, you know, they they sold into a market and they knew what the market was like, right? And I guarantee you though, moving forward, uh Nvidia will probably have mining locks on everything and anything. And there will probably be, OTA BIOS updates or something from Nvidia to prevent that. But so Nvidia did it to themselves. I think everybody kind of did it to themselves, right? EVGA and the rest, they all kind of did it. And everybody at the end of the day was looking to make a buck. And they're corporations, they're companies. That's what they do, right? They look to make money. And as a consumer, we look to the one that we're going to spend the least amount of money to get the best product and the best service at the end of the day. And for me, a lot of times that was EVGA. So I am kind of disappointed and a little bit sad that they're out of it. But you know what? They might come back. And if they don't, you know what? There are other companies out there that are good too. So it's not the end of the world, but it's always sad to see one, drop out. So I don't know. I hope they can get things under control, and they can. Ideally, I would love for them to come back into the GPU market and have Nvidia, AMD, and Intel GPUs in their stack. And I would love to see that, because that would be really cool. And I'd love to see them get manufacturing facilities where they are making their own coolers, they're making their own PCBs. That's it. No coolers, just water blocks. That's it. Because getting water blocks made and selling a water block card, you're typically going to be making that at a higher margin anyways, I think. Higher price at least. And, making water blocks, I think infrastructure wise is a lot easier than, I would say, typical fin coolers. Because you've got to get your heat pipes, you've got to get your heat plates, hardware, fans, shrouds. There's a lot of tooling. For water blocks, you've got machined parts. So not a lot of like tooling costs. It is more expensive, but if you invest in a few CNC machines, you can run those babies 24/7. You can pump out blocks, and you don't have to worry about big, huge shipping containers for your graphics cards, because they're typically a lot thinner and smaller. And actually, I would love to see EVGA just make custom aftermarket blocks for cards. That would be sweet. But I don't think they will. Yeah, Bixby gang. That's right. Blocks for blocks, man. Blocks for blocks. And blocks and blocks and blocks. So Strix will be up there. There's don't forget your MSI Supreme X, man. But really though, at the end of the day, what already sort of was happening was your Founders Editions were a higher end type card. I love the Founders Edition for 3000 series, like 3090s, 3080s, 3060s. They have nice tiny little, yeah. Supreme is supremely better. I'm just saying that because I have one. Just like, self-justification. But no, at the end of the day, I really hope they get back into it. It'll be nice to see their cards back on the market, but I bet they will have sort of some sort of reduced thing, like, if you want like a 3 or 4 year warranty, you've got to like pay like a little extra, something like that. I'm wondering too if Gigabyte is going to be kicking themselves for their 4-year warranty, because again, remember, like, a lot of GPU manufacturers out there don't transfer warranty, right? Or transferring the warranty is kind of hit and miss. With EVGA, it was just straight up like, re-register it with us. You got it. This is how much you got left. 3090 Ti FE or 3090 Ti FTW3 Ultra, given the choice. Oof. Okay. If I'm not going to go water cooling, FTW3 Ultra 100%. But if I'm going to water cool, that nice short PCB on the 3090 Ti, all day, every day. Love it. So, yeah, I would, if I was planning on water cooling, it would be FE. Yeah, I wouldn't get the FTW to water cool, just because the PCB is a boat and it's super big. So you're gonna have a more expensive block on it. But it would be cool if, it'd be really cool is if EVGA starts selling FE water blocks. That would be kind of cool. as they already sell kind of like, you know, their custom, like their hybrid card coolers are like ridiculously cheap. Like what, $90 US for a hybrid card kit for, you know, with a 240 mil rad. Obviously it has like the Asetek garbage, but you know, yeah, those FTW3s with a block on them are a bajillion pounds. What is it? I think I saw you weighed your oh no, and FTW3 Ultra I would get for air cooled case 100%. Now, at the end of the day, yeah, if I'm not looking to water cool, I would definitely do it. But yeah, I think we'll see sort of what happens with EVGA. If EVGA doesn't hop in at the next gen, you know, in 2023 sometime, I think they're gonna start a spiral into obscurity, and the longevity of that company will be definitely in question. Honestly, I think they should have, or I wonder too if maybe they were looking to sell at some point, the CEO, and the balance sheets were so bad for GPUs that maybe a few prospective buyers turned them down. So that might also be a reason why they want to sort of get rid of that, hop on this PSU train with ATX 3.0 PSUs, and maybe make some incredible power supply sales with reduced cost and higher margins in this coming year, and then sell the company. That might also be another plan of theirs. So we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it at that. I've been chit chatting for almost 2 hours now, and about not much. I didn't even plan on doing a stream tonight. I just was like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about EVGA, but if I don't talk about it now, there will never be a good opportunity. Ooh, she should try to get with EVGA 100%. I would love to see an RX 7000. They'd swindle them into being an AIB. You know what would be really funny is if EVGA has like a contract for building coolers, or not building coolers, but if they're been contracted by AMD for their FE coolers. They do have the red lips already. Not all of them, only the old school ones. But I think I'm going to call it a night though. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Again, please do remember to like the video, share the video, or at least share what your thoughts are on the video, especially in the comments below. And no, thank you guys. I really appreciate like just hopping on and chit chatting with me. That's good. I don't even mind getting 9 views as long as people are like talking in the chat. Like that's the thing that I like most about it anyways, is just sort of sitting down and chatting about. He said he won't spoil this. He won't spoil the stream tomorrow if I give him a $500 3090. Oh man, I love it. $500 3090s for everyone when I hit 100,000 subs. I promise. And by everyone, I mean everyone in the chat right now. So in 5 years, when I hit 100,000 subs, then you guys can get your 3090s for free, which will probably have a market value of around $100. But not 100,000 3090s. No, only you guys here. And that's only the people that were on the live stream, all right? Oh, man. But thanks again, guys. Yes, do please hit that like button. It helps. And also comment below on something. And I found that engagement in the comment section helps as well sometimes with like viewership. I really don't have any idea on what actually works well for YouTube, as you can tell by my videos view counts. But yeah, no, thank you guys for weighing in too, and sharing your thoughts. It's always fun to sort of talk this stuff out and see, what other people are thinking, and also weighing other theories too of like what's going to happen. Um, it's fun to theorize because none of us work at EVGA. I do hope everything goes well though for the people that work there, and I think the people that work there should have a lot of good opportunities waiting for them out there, because they did make good products. They did have good customer service in their GPU section. So I think there's probably plenty of other AIBs that would love to have those skills and that experience and that customer service driven mindset in their ranks. So I think the employees are pretty set. Yeah, and I really do hope that things get better for them and that they get back in the swing of it, because I don't know, there's not a lot of companies out there that I really like as much as I like them. Even though I don't really like all of their products, I like how they operate. I'm going to tell a quick little Jacob story before I head out. But I did have a B stock 780 at one point, and it was like literally 2 weeks past its warranty period, its 1 year warranty period, and it started artifacting like crazy. And I, contacted about RMA, this and that. I was like, guys, it's 2 weeks past. I don't know. Is there anything you guys can do? Blah, 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 blah. The first person that answered was like, sorry, it's out of warranty. And then I just like emailed back one email, just a ditch effort. Like, are you sure there's nothing that you guys can do? It just started, and Jacob Freeman at EVGA. So EVGA is Jacob. I think he's like the head of like product management. He emailed me back. I don't know if he was the head of product management at that time, but he emailed me back and he was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna send you one." And I got like an RMA unit back, and it was like. And that, to me, that just like straight up won me over to them. It was like, it was out of warranty. They didn't have to do anything, and they did it. And that's just sort of the kind of people they are. And I'm not the only person who's experienced that sort of service from them. Yeah, no, he is great. So I really enjoyed a lot of their products. I have their keyboard. I have their capture card. I have one of their power supplies. I've got 3 of their graphics cards. So, yeah, no, he handles PR with the influencers now a lot more, but he's also just an excellent all-around person with that. So, no, exactly. And even if they help me out, it's not like I'm giving them big publicity either, but, who knows? It's not like they only treat you well if you've got like 100,000 subs or not. You need artisan computers for that. But anyways, I will chat with you guys later. And I want to say again, thank you so much for hopping on. For yeah, Star-Lord wannabe. Yeah, with that jacket, right? Oh man. But yeah, again, I'm gonna do the last thing, that like, share, subscribe stuff, and we will see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow night for the Nvidia stream. I know it'll be late, but I'm gonna save my thoughts. If it gets spoilers, you know what? I'll share my thoughts that are maybe a little bit more well thought out, so you won't get reaction, but you'll get at least fresh thoughts off the J press. So I will talk to you guys later, and you guys have a great night. And I will see y'all in the next one. Hopefully tomorrow at 9:30. We'll see. If not, it'll be Wednesday at 9:30. But I'm going to try and do tomorrow at 9:30. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.